Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. So today we're going to look at chapter 3, which would be the administration and technological support in training and development, right? Which would be the administration and technological support in training and development. Right, so today we are going just to do the small things looking at the technological support and the training and development in the organization system. Alright, so you must think about fourth industrial revolution, right? So the first thing that you are going to look here is the human resource information system, right? So the first thing that you need to look at is human resource information system, right? So human resource information system is a system that is to capture the training and development information in the organization. It's something that is used to capture. It's something that is used to capture the information of TNT in the organization. Right, so the system is used to capture the information about training and development in the organization. Number two, the human resource information. It's the management information system in the large organization. CVS is the management in a large organization. That means it had the organization to keep moving, right? So now let us look at the definition of human resource information system. Definition, right? So looking at the definition, right, it defines an electronic system that's used to capture, collect, and store. It defined as an electronic system that's used to capture, to collect, to retrieve, and maintain, including the validation of data, right, related to all human resource data of human resource, because we're speaking about the HR, right, human resource related data. So this is the electronic system that used to capture, to collect, to retrieve, to maintain, to store and validate human resource related data, right? So this is what we do with human resource information system. We capture the data into our computer or into the system that we are using in the organization. We collect data and then we restore the data and then we keep the data, including the validation, to verify that those data we captured are they valid? Are they really are? Right. So let us move on. And then let's say now we are having this kind of a human resource management module. We are having the human resource information system as a module, right? So let's say in the organization you are having the human resource information system as a module. It must include the following. Right? It must include the development of recommended training course by grade. It must include the a recommended training course by grade, skills, and management level. And then number 2, it must include the short-term and long-term training program in response to the organization challenge. It must include the short or long-term training program in response to the challenge. Right, so, and then number 3, it must provide of training on a required skills, right? It must provide a certain training on a required skills to change the work environment. It must provide the required training skills to the change of work environment. Right, so number 3, it must provide the succession planning and then the career development. It must include the succession planning and career development. Lastly, on this course or this module on the system, there must be an easy tracking of course enrollment, scheduling, and location selection. Alright, so we are done with human resource information as a module. Now, looking at the system diagram, or the training, the human resource information, looking at the system diagram of the human resource information as a system. What first we need to look at the organization, right? So it's to analyze the organization first before we look at the human resource information system, right? So before we look at the human resource information system, is to analyze the organization, right? So on our analysis of the organization, the important factors that we must include in the organization. Number 1, it is the training and development volume. It is the training and development volume. So what do we mean by training development volume? We mean how many number of training or programs that are going to take place in the organization. Right. So, number 2, training and development records in it. I'm going to speak about these things more depth in the following lecture, right? Or as we proceed here, right? So number 3, cost reduction. We must look at the cost reduction need. And then number 4, we must look at the legal requirement, right? So let us go to the to look at the system diagram, right? So we said we're going to look at the system diagram before we clarify our point here. So if something that is like this, a system need, right? So we're trying to analyze the organization, the system need, and then there'll be the selection of a system. What kind of system you're going to use in the organization, and then the system design. What element of transition does the system of choosing the organization have, and then including the hardware and the software of the system. So this is actually what we need to analyze first in the organization. So in our system diagram, we have something that is called the input in our system diagram, like this. In our system diagram of something that is called the input, the throughput, and then the output. Right, so in the input, we are putting information such as the financial data, number 2, maintenance data, and then number 3, personal management. And then in the throughput, we include information such as human resource development information system, human resource development information system, right? And then here we include some things that is like the human resource development planning and information management, human resource development, and management, right? So these are the things that you need to look at when you are trying to analyze the organization before we are putting the human resource information system, right? And then we have something that's called HR function, right? And then we have something that is called HR function. So HR function, it acts as a technologies in the organization that serve as the management, right? That serve as the management, or that help the organization in order to functions productivity, right? In order to work flexible, right? So HR functions, it enables the human resource development to perform traditionally human HR functions electronically. So it enables human resource department to do their traditional activities electronically. So those things, those things they was doing manually or physically. So now the HR functions, it had the organization to perform those such activities electronically, right? So looking at point number 2, it allows a self-service. So it allows a self-service. That means the EHR functions, it allows a self-service. What do I mean by self-service? I mean I can go there in that system and search any information that I want. Because if you remember, we said that that human resource information system, it serves to collect, to maintain and retain data in the actual computer. Right? So it serves as the self-service. I can able to get access there if they did give me the details of how to get access in that certain computer, laptop, or anything that's the technology there. Right? It serves as self-service. Okay. Then moving on, it acts as a computerized human resource information system. It acts as a computerized human resource information system. So I plan to explain this. Alright, and then now in this HR function or human resource information system, there are types of record that you need to keep, right? And then there are types of records that you need to keep, and then it is the organization that is going to decide which record are being maintained or retained in that software, right? So types of record that we have, it can be human resource, learning and career development, right? Number 2, it can be courses attended. It can be the personal training and development of employees. Number 5, it can be a performance and development appraisals, right? It can be the in-service training, right? And development record in and development records, right? And then it can be the course evaluation record. Evaluation records. So we are done about this. So now, moving on our human resource information system, it's something that is called, that we did spoke about, cost-effective analysis. Cost-effective analysis. So under the cost-effective analysis, we must try to look at the following steps, right? Try to look at the following step 1. Try to look at the following steps, right? Is to determine the cost and the training and development. If we are looking at the cost-effective analysis, is to determine the cost of the training and development, right? So step number 2 is to calculate the cost of training and development. Cost of training and development. Step 3 is to determine the losses of training and development. Step number 4 is to estimate the financial values of employees who have completed their training and development. Who completed their training, right? So step number 5 is to weigh up between the cost of training and development and the benefits. It's to weigh up between the cost of training, development, and the benefits. Right, so under the cost-effective analysis, these are the steps that we need to consider when we are doing the cost-effective analysis.